Move, bitch. Get out the way. Okay. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's recording.
What's up, guys? We're back with a bang,
Half a
which is
bang at
also something like the
max.
last episode. Facts. Also, guys, guess what? I fucking had food poisoning.
Yeah.
It's
We're
been a
like really
week.
going through it, like trying to do two things in our old age.
Oh my god. We're so sorry that we missed dropping an episode last week. I don't know when this episode's coming out, but like we missed 1 week of dropping because yeah, we've both been just dealing with so many things. I got food poisoning, guys, did I mention? Yeah, babes isn't like a full-time job that keeps her busy all the time. Like we're just stressed out, adulting, cannot do anymore.
Yeah. But we'll get back on track because Schweig has a plan.
I really don't. I was fully ready to give it all
Yeah,
up.
it's so funny. We missed dropping like one episode in this bitch is like, should we stop? Should we take a break?
Also, the thing is, I know we have some haters out there who are waiting for the downfall, and I just didn't want to give them the satisfaction. But now it's like they got a tiny bit of satisfaction. I'm like,
I don't think people care about us like that, but sure.
trust me, they do.
Trust me.
Trust me. Trust me, daddy.
I don't know what
Sorry,
to do with
whoever
that.
gets that reference gets it.
What the fuck?
It was a Drake thing. Like, you remember he was on that like stream and he was being like, Anita Maxwell. You don't know what I'm talking about?
But that's so funny. Do it again.
He was being zesty as hell, yeah. And he was wearing this cap or something which had the words Anita Max Wayne on it. So he said it in a really zesty way. He's like, Anita Max Wayne. And then in the same stream, I think he was like, Trust me, daddy. I think it was the same
Oh
stream.
my god, send it to
Done, bro. So, shall we into our episode?
yeah, bro. Or like what's happening with you? Anything else you want to tell us?
Guys, I had food poisoning. I just want to make it very clear how bad food poisoning feels like. I hate it. Every time I'm visiting India, I get fucked like this. And I was so precautious this time. I was like not eating too much non veg outdoors. And like I was having my Yakult, my probiotics and shit. Benchot! None of it helped. 3 days later, I'm in the hospital crying, Doctor, please, I can't keep any food down. The smell of food makes me want to throw up, please. Bro. Then the next day, I thought it was heart attack.
What kind of heart attack
Because
takes 4 days?
no, I'll tell you why, okay? Because I'm like, what if all this puking is actually symptom of mild heart attack? And then I went on chat, my bestie, and chat just kept telling me, bitch, you're dying. So I was like, okay, say less, I believe you.
Shweg is like the most paranoid person ever about her health.
Facts.
Yeah. Huh. Did we start the episode? We didn't, right?
No, I think we can start now.
Okay.
Works.
Okay, so
Welcome, guys. Welcome to Did I Ask for This podcast? We are back once again. Um, like we never left,
yeah.
although we did leave for a quick week.
Yeah, we're having a rough time. Please give us some grace. It's also called Did I Ask?
Oh, yes.
Should we do the big question? Should I go straight into it?
Yes, please go into that big question.
How does she have so much energy? This bitch is dying inside. Oh,
The like 2 ounces of energy that I had remaining in my cells. It's all out for this episode.
fair, bro, fair. Okay, this week's big question is: does Bollywood love really exist?
Ho! Ho! A question I think we've all asked ourselves growing up.
Yeah.
Especially if like you've been a Bollywood fan and shit.
Okay, so let's just get into it, right? Do you feel
Hmm.
like you've ever experienced that?
Wow, that was one of my questions, Lamau. Uh,
Lamau.
not me saying it instead of just laughing.
What the fuck? And also saying Lamau. Like, who says it like that? It's LMAO.
Nah, it's Lamau.
You're such a
Don't tell
loser.
me when you're texting, you actually sit and read it as LMAO. Fuck off. It's Lamau. Okay. So, my first question was actually, what exactly is Bollywood love, bro? Like, I feel like Bollywood love is mad fucking crazy, okay? It's like highs of love, but also equally toxic in like
Oh,
many
you're
aspects.
thinking like Kabir Singh, like Arjun Reddy type of love. I don't think I thought that.
No. Think about it, okay? If you look back at like, okay, you remember that movie Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was wild.
It's Rani Mukherjee, right?
And Kajol.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, no, not Kajol, some other babe. Sushmita Sen?
I can't.
I don't remember who. But the story was basically there are two couples like Abhishek, but oh, Preeti Zinta it was.
Okay.
So Shah Rukh Khan and Preeti Zinta are married to each other,
Yeah.
and Rani Mukherjee and Abhishek Bachchan are
Correct,
married to
correct,
each other.
correct. And they fall for
And
each other's spouses, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
Shah Rukh Khan falls for Rani Mukherjee, and then the other two are just oblivious to all of this happening.
Right.
And it's because of their own like internal unhappiness.
Right.
And the movie ends with both of them being together, like their actual spouses find out, and then they're like, you know what, we're just great partners, so we're just gonna let you both be together. The fuck? Hell nah.
So is that what part of that do you think is like Bollywood love?
So I'm just saying, like, it gives this whole idea of, oh, like, oh, everyone's so lovey dovey. You can go cheat on your partner, and then your partner's actually going to be so understanding because they're just so mature and going to be like, you know what, you guys are actually more compatible with each other. What the fuck? As a person who's been cheated on, as a cheatee, I can tell you that that was not my reaction. Okay. And that is no normal person's reaction.
Maybe when you're
It
married,
fucks
it'll
you
be
up.
different.
Oh, thanks. This is exactly why I don't want to get married.
Oh, but okay, I feel you though. Like, it does set some unrealistic expectations. I'm thinking of what other
100%.
movie was like peak Bollywood romance type of movie. I feel like
DDLJ in it.
I haven't watched DDLJ.
I watched it, but I don't even remember it anymore because DDLJ was so old.
Yeah,
Like I think it came out before we were even born.
I
So
think so.
it doesn't resonate with me like that, but I know it's like one of those iconic movies in India.
Yeah,
But for me, the one that was always my favorite was K3G.
Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. Is that the one where
Yeah.
like also with Rani Mukherjee?
So it's like Shah Rukh Khan is in love with Kajol,
Yeah.
but Shah Rukh Khan's like from this really rich family, and they have their own parampara and traditions and all that. And his dad, Amitabh Bachchan, is just like, you cannot marry some low life Kajol from some village. And he's like, what the fuck? I don't see this difference and all. And he marries her. So what happens is, again, this is again so unrealistic, right? So Kajol is some full happy go lucky babe and all. She sings around in her village and shit when she's poor as fuck. And not realistic at all. And then her dad, she doesn't have a mom, it's just her dad. Her dad passes away randomly because he was already going through some health problems. And when Shah Rukh Khan, basically, Shah Rukh Khan confesses to his parents that he likes her. His dad says, fuck you, it's the family or her. Like, you're not choosing her, bro. Like, we have parampara in our family and all this bullshit, he
Yeah,
says.
yeah.
So, Shah Rukh Khan's fully damaged. He's like, okay, I'll remove her from my life. I have to go break up with her now. which again wasn't even a real breakup because okay. And then so he goes to tell her that, listen, you can't be mine, baby girl, like I got my dad to like suck dick. And then so he goes to see her. When he goes to her village, he's just directly seeing her doing her dad's funeral, and she's crying, she's going in the circles and all the shit.
Oof.
He gets fully damaged, like full moral compass is fighting now. Should I leave this babe when her dad's dead, or should I listen to my actual dad? And so then he's like, fuck this, I'm gonna choose the babe. So he decides to marry her then and there at the funeral. He's like, fuck this. I won't let you be without a father or without a husband. I'll marry you
He's
here
like,
right
before I
now.
change my mind, let's do it right now.
See, again, this is another crazy thing about, I don't know if it was about that time or if this is like what this was trying to be normalized. But think about it, right? The concept was Babe is an unmarried woman whose dad has passed and of marriage age. So now nobody's going to want
Oh,
her.
should I?
Exactly. So his mentality is, let me save her by marrying her.
Ah.
And then so he marries her right there at the funeral. So now she's just like, should I be happy? Should I cry? Should I be sad? She's confused. Toxic Max. And then,
Should I be happy? Should I cry?
yeah, like, bitch just lost her dad, but bitch also just got married off.
Oh
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Bollywood crazy like that sometimes. And then Shah Rukh Khan says, okay, you know what? I know I disobeyed my father and my parampara and my traditions, but I'll take you home anyway because I'm a baller like that. And then he marries her and he takes her home. And then Amitabh Bachchan's like, get the fuck out of my
yeah,
house.
fair.
So backstory, Shah Rukh Khan's actually adopted. And Amitabh Bachchan goes like, I knew you were never my son. Bro, he gets damaged. He gets damaged.
Bruh.
And then he says, fuck, that hurt my feelings, daddo. I'm leaving. And then him and Kajol just pack up and they fuck off to the US.
Okay.
Then cut to Kajol had a little sister, which is the iconic character Pooh. And she ends up marrying Shah Rukh Khan's younger brother, which is Hrithik Roshan. And Pooh's character is Kareena Kapoor. So now again, doesn't clock to me. Already two people married. Why are their siblings getting married to each other? That's crazy.
That's a bit
That's
incestual, I
feeling like
can't lie.
exactly. That's feeling a bit Alabama
Wow. What a
wildness.
movie, bro. What a movie. No, I haven't watched that one, but I think now I will.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Okay,
I know dialogue for dialogue. I love that movie.
okay, bad.
But again, crazy movie in it. Like also those movies were like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, they were really long. I remember even Kuch Kuch Hota is so long, bro, for what it is. Main Hoon Na.
Wait, which one was that?
I think Kuch Kuch Hota is the one where you remember like Rani Mukherjee is dead, and then she
Yeah, I was coming to that. Anjali in it.
Anjali.
Again, Salman Khan's character in that just got played the whole time and he was completely cool with
Yeah.
just taking it in the ass.
Also, it's just like what do you think about side question, yeah? That if your partner, like if you die, would you want your partner to find someone else?
Bro, that's fine, but I'll haunt that bitch forever.
That's a solid plan. Yeah.
See, I'll tell you something. It really depends on how long you took to find the next partner.
Ah,
Like, you gotta give me the respect of mourning over me for some time,
yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
I'm not crazy that you're gonna be single forever. Like, go ahead, find another bitch. But know that she's getting haunted. Trust me.
Yeah. Real. And you have to like have
Yeah.
like one memorabilia just like sitting there in her vision just to like taunt her.
Yeah. I feel like she should be slightly insecure by how much you love me. You get me?
Exactly. Just slightly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fairs. I think that's a good deal. Like, we can shake on that.
Yeah, agreed, agreed. What else, bro? What other movies? Have you seen Bajirao Mastani?
Yeah. Yeah.
That one was
Again,
so
problematic
crazy
Max.
as fuck, bro. Like this,
But was it like based on some true story type
I
shit?
think it might, I don't know.
Even I'm not
But
sure.
just crazy that like, oh, like you're in love with someone and they're in love with someone else, and you have to just be okay with that. They love both of you.
Exactly. Why is this a recurring
It
theme
is a
in
recurring
Bollywood?
theme where like the guy is like, I love this one like a bestie, and then I love that one because she's more attractive.
It's wild.
Yeah, that does happen a lot.
But honestly speaking, I like the movie Bajira Mastani. I thought it was like a great movie. But yeah, like the concept over there, like I mean, I get it, okay? She was trying to be the loyal wife that she is. It's like depicting the time of
Yeah,
that, you know, whatever generation or whatever it was. Fair enough. Movies like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is like it's supposed to be feel good movies, you know?
yeah,
And it's inculcating that kind of sense in the audience. Bajirao Mastani still comes with a tag like, okay, this is a movie of a specific period.
yeah, 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 it is.
So I get it. Even Ram Leela for like that matter was little bit of like a remake, so you still know it's like a period piece in a way. Fair enough. But man, these typical ones which were supposed to be like family time movies and like you're supposed
Yeah,
to like it's so easy as audience to like watch it and like imbibe like okay, this is how my life or this is what I want out of my life.
yeah, it's so unrealistic though, because also these are the movies our parents find super iconic, right? I can't imagine what it was like to watch things like this in cinema and then have reality be so different with everyone getting
Different.
arranged marriage left, right, and center. And there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that, but I'm saying like the arranged marriages of that time were very,
Crazy too.
they were just like a setup, like there was no
Yeah.
real Bollywood element in there.
I wonder if my parents ever watched these kind of films and they were like, this is how I want my life to be. And then you're right, like reality hit them like a fucking truck.
Yeah,
Like at least now, I don't know, maybe we have a little bit more awareness because we've been more, I don't know, like we've been more normalized to the internet and like so much more information
just
than
more
them at their
exposure like
time.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. So maybe we can understand the differences between like cinema and like reality. But even then, like growing up, when I watched these films, I was always like, "Oh, I wish I had a boyfriend who will to hold my fucking dupatta and be like." "Ah." Never in my life did I wear fucking salwar kameez, bro. Where dupatta will get stuck in the watch.
No, but real, actually.
Yeah, but I think that's the fun part about watching it as an adult when you have that kind of understanding is that you know this isn't reality, but I just like to enjoy it for the vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm a fan of all of these films that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
shitting on
same,
right now.
same. That is true. That
But
is
yeah,
true. Who do you think is like an iconic Bollywood like pair? Okay, maybe not iconic in general, but for you.
bro, Shah Rukh Khan, Kajol, come on, the OG,
Mm,
the O fucking G, bro. I'm an SRK fan through and through, through and through.
wow. Loyalty.
Yeah, loved his movies back in the day, bro. Each one of those movies, iconic.
Yeah, fair, fair, fair. I think it's Kareena Kapoor and Shahid Kapoor, bro. And
Ah, they're
they
cute.
were
Jab bhi main,
insane together. And also like Ranbir Kapoor and Deepika Padukone.
that's why.
They're all exes to be
Please,
fair, but like the
please let her
chemistry
move on.
was mad.
No, to be see, I feel like they didn't do as many movies as Shah Rukh Khan Kajol,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying like that was not our peak time though. It was more,
Yeah, I agree.
so that's what I mean. Like for me it was more
But I agree,
recent.
like Kareena Shahid was mad cute.
They were iconic, bro, in Jab We Met. Damn.
Yeah, cute as fuck movie.
Cute as fuck. Oof.
No, but see, again, this is like again, that's a kind of Bollywood love I would like when I watched it. I was like, he's
Yeah,
so cute, bro.
yeah,
And he randomly pulled up with that song, impressed the family, like just all rounder, bro.
yeah, true, true, true. But it's always that, right? Like the story is always that too. It's like the guy is like he's so captivated by this one girl that's just so different from all the other girls.
To him, she's different.
Yeah. No, I just mean like, they always
And she's the hottest babe alive.
hottest babe alive, first of all. But I'm saying like all the other girls that they show will be like so seedha sadha and like so like
Yeah,
mellow, domesticated vibes. And then there's this one girl that speaks her mind and does what she wants. And he's like, wow, you.
yeah. I like you.
Yeah, you're just so different from all the other girls.
Yeah. And in real life, husbands will be beating those kind of women's. Fucking slapped left and right. Damn, took a dark
Took
turn.
a very dark turn, bro. Relax.
But no, okay, let me just plug in my Malayalam movies, yeah. Dude, Malayalam cinema is okay.
Okay.
And one thing I've like noticed is there's like this type of genre where it's like all exaggerated in like the way Bollywood does it, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to intensify all your emotions like to an extreme. But Malayalam cinema is so like simple, it could be something so simple, like they'll just take a normal household family and just depict their everyday life in such an artistic way. And now I'm a true fan of that kind of like cinema, where it's like simple stories, maybe one like topic of focus, and they just direct it beautifully.
That actually sounds really
Yeah.
nice. I've only watched one
Yeah.
Malayalam movie, Bangalore Days.
Again, Bangalore Days was so
It was
beautiful. It
so
was just,
beautifully done, bro. Like,
yeah, like such a simple story of
uh,
like three cousins and what happens in each of their
it's
lives.
really cute.
Yeah. Had to plug it in.
Good.
Okay, now that I digressed, can I ask one question?
Ask.
So, is Bollywood love different from movie love in general?
Oh, yeah, obviously, no one's breaking into song for no reason in other industries. Also, I think Bollywood love is just way more dramatic than other movie love. Like, it just is like our
Okay.
cinema is that, It's like
Hmm.
so dramatized, whatever. And it's so like,
Hmm.
it's like a performance. What do you think?
I agree. I think Bollywood love is different from general movie love
Yeah.
for like pretty much the same reason. Um, but I also think Bollywood love is slightly different because it's specifically catered to the Indian audience.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like got that essence to it.
Yeah, I agree. Because like in like Hollywood movies, the guy will do really cute, thoughtful things for you, and like she just like slowly falls in love with him over time. In Bollywood Venture, he is fighting one gunda at a bar for you. He took on like 20 other people right before he got there, like all in your honor, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like it's a bit, yeah, dramatic in that sense. I fully agree. And it's got a lot of like cultural aspect which they exaggerate.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Like you were saying, like woman's honor and all, like calm
Yeah, real,
down.
real, real. I'll tell you one thing that I feel like a lot of people like it's like something that maybe was taken from our culture a little bit, but now it's gone the other way where like Bollywood is like that, so society has become like this. Is the whole thing of like a guy being super persistent and like that being the thing that wins over the girl, like the never giving up and just like just stalk her and like just you know what I mean, yeah, like if you stick around long enough and like you're just
She's
on it,
bound
like
to like
never
you.
taking no for an answer,
Mm.
then that's how you get her. That's such a normal thing in Indian cinema. Have you noticed? Like say like there's this like hot ass babe, right? She'd be like, no bitch, like I don't like I'm have no interest in this. And the guy will just be like on that shit, take it as a challenge. And eventually he wins her over.
Ew.
I feel like that,
It's giving the ick a little bit.
but you know what I mean, right? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's icky.
If you know something's not gonna work out, you just gotta like leave.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that type of mindset, it's just sucks to be the man in that situation, right? It's like, it's okay. Like, there's someone better out there for you, and you can just keep it pushing rather than like trying to convince or win someone over. Like, there's almost like that accomplishment attached to it in Bollywood movies that I feel like,
Mm.
why does that's not how
Sending the
it
wrong message.
feels in real life, right?
If like they weren't persistent with their efforts with you, would you go for that person anyway? Like
After
where do
I've
you
said no,
differentiate the line between, yeah, like where do you differentiate the line between like, okay, this guy is just being pushy versus he's just taking his efforts?
I mean, if I've said no, then that's when it comes off as pushy.
But okay, for example, like sometimes I say no because it's too early.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that because I don't have any interest in the person, but it's just because I just feel it's too early and I'm not ready for something. But like over time, sometimes I'm like, okay, this guy has shown to me that he can be consistent with his efforts, and that, he's a nice guy, and then maybe I change my mind.
Is the problem here then that he wasn't showing effort in the first place?
No, for me, it's more like I just feel like if somebody like just comes and straight away asks me out, like of course I'll go on the date. Like that's not what I mean. I mean more like, okay, but I'm not gonna like be your girlfriend straight away. Like I need to see consistent effort or something. You get me?
Yeah,
Okay, maybe I get it. Like if somebody asked me on a date and I said no, I don't expect you to come and keep asking me out. Like it's over there
exactly,
for me.
exactly. Like why
Yeah.
why put either of us in this situation, right?
Yeah, yeah, fair
I
enough.
think that's kind of more where I was coming from.
Yeah, but I don't think I would accept being somebody's girlfriend straight away, even if I'd been seeing that person for let's say a couple of like dates or whatever.
There's no way.
Yeah, that for me takes time, and that
Yeah,
I expect like consistency and effort from your side. You get
I
me?
see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, yeah, it was a different
Yeah.
scenario. But yeah, Shweg and I are like the slowest people on earth when it comes to like relationships and this and that. Like, when I talk to people about my red flags, I literally tell them, like, I'm slow as fuck, bro. Like, I take my.
Why is that a red flag?
It's kind of a
Isn't
red
that a good
flag
thing?
because I feel like people, especially our age, first of all, I think a lot of people are used to moving a lot quicker because, you know, people usually
Oh,
come
because
with
your clock is
certain.
ticking.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, um, and then secondly, like, I think also we've been because we've lived outside of Dubai and that like specifically Indian culture, right? I'm used to this process of okay, you like see each other in that like the talking phase, right? Then like after if you want to move forward with that, then you become exclusive, and then you like start actually like seeing each other like you're in a relationship
Mm,
whatnot. Like there's these stages, right? But a lot of the time people go straight like from the talking phase to being unbelievably emotionally intimate with each other like in the talking phase itself, you know and that's when
mm.
I'm like, yo, like
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's the red flag because that's like almost like some trauma bonding, some what love dump type shit. I don't
love
know what the term
bombing.
was. I forget. Love bombing, yeah.
What did you
Love
just
dump.
say? Trauma? What did you say?
Trauma bonding is an actual
Trauma
thing.
bonding
It's like
is a
when
thing, but it's
somebody.
the wrong thing in this case.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I meant love bombing, but I said love dump.
Love dumb.
Yeah, love bombing. Like that's the kind of attachment that is like, what the fuck? I'm not into that shit.
Yeah, I that shit scares me so hard. Like,
Hardcore.
yeah.
I think it's actually more of a green flag to take your time and be sure rather than jump into it when you're not sure.
Yeah, for sure. I actually like think it's so attractive when that a man just has his own life,
Patience.
his own shit going on and like his boundaries and like he's actually not that, you know, he's not trying hard with you. He's just like, "Oh
Mm.
yeah, like we'll see how this goes." And I like that match of energy.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, same. I think, I mean, okay, I'm a bit different, yeah, because I like a man to be obsessed with me. But I also want my space.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'm a
He's
bit crazy.
toxic.
I am definitely a red flag.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I'm toxic, but I just feel like I need it to be known that I am the best thing that's happened to you, okay? And like you're fully in love with me. But I just need you to do it in a decent way and in a way that like gives me my own space and my freedom and my like just personal, vibes.
Oh, she's like, be obsessed, but in the background. Thanks.
Yeah, sometimes once in a while in the forefront.
Oh, okay. She's
Yeah,
so problematic.
I am. This is why I've always been single. That's what I was saying. I'm so slow in my dating. I never even made it to the relationship.
Okay, let me ask you, is there anyone
Mm.
in Bollywood that you're like, maybe in a movie or maybe in real life that you're like, oh, I could see myself being with someone like this? Like whether it's a fictional character or the actual
A real
actor.
life person. See, fictional character, now that we spoke about Jab We Met, Shahid's character in that movie, cute as fuck.
Cute as fuck. I agree, I agree.
He was giving green flag energy max.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's a character I could see myself with. He's two adorbs. And he's filthy rich, so that's a bonus. Um
Yeah, real, real.
and if I'm gonna be the person to motivate him to do his business better and shit, like why not, I don't think in real life anybody really catches my eye like that. But as a fan, SRK, Ranbir Kapoor is biggest
Oh yeah,
cancelled
he's a red
max.
flag as fuck.
Even Ranveer Singh, bro, I just think he's a bit much. Like I can't
I
be asked.
love him, bro. I love them together. I ship them so hard. Yeah, I'm like
Crazy.
obsessed. Like I watch their like wedding video and shit. It's so cute. And I love their dynamic of like she's so like proper and sophisticated and
Calm.
she's so
Yeah.
like yeah, she's so peaceful and he's just like so out there. It's like such a good balance. And you can tell they're just so in love with each other, bro. I'm like, good for you guys.
Dude, that's why sometimes I feel like it's an act, bro.
I mean, I've also heard that, you know, that it's an open relationship or it was at some point.
Bomba clot. Can't trust nobody.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't know how true that is.
IDK.
But also it's like, do you?
Yeah, I mean, whatever works for them. They're still married. They have a child. Like, great. They're happy. You know what's a really cute couple that I truly, truly,
I
like,
know who you're
fully
gonna
love?
say. Siddharth
Of course.
Malhotra and
No, 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 no. They're new. The OG cutest couple is Virat and Anushka, bro.
oh yeah, they're really cute. I agree.
See, that I can get on board with.
They're sweet, they're sweet.
I love them. They're like just living their own lives. They're like happy. They, to me, they truly look happy and in love. Yeah, like Deepika and Ranveer. I feel like sometimes to me, it feels a bit staged.
Mm,
It's why I'm not as big of a fan of theirs. Even though when they first got together, I was fully shipping it. I was like, she needed a better man than Ranveer, bro. Come on.
oof.
Genelia Ritesh Deshmukh, bro.
They
Cute
were
Mac.
so cute. Yeah.
So cute. So
Yeah,
cute.
and they were a cute couple off screen as well.
Yeah, hella cute.
Yeah, true.
Again, big stan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with Farhan Akhtar, bro. Like on and off
Oh, he's
screen,
hot.
he's so hot, and he's like every character he plays is like amazing. He's so fucking
Yeah, I
talented.
fully agree.
Yeah, I'm fully
Great
crushing on
actor.
him. Yeah,
Great actor. Same. Hottie.
yeah. I'm like you.
Okay, who is somebody you would not want to be with?
Oh, that's a
Fictional
better
or real?
question. Kabir Singh,
Yeah, that's like he.
Arjun Reddy. Bro, I had this conversation recently, right? And like we'll come back to this question, but like sidebar, side question.
Love dump sidebar.
Yes, Your Honor. Sidebar. Anyway, so um, so we were having this conversation of just like, what kind of love do you crave? Like,
Mm,
is it this very passionate love that they show in movies and just like Indian TV and stuff, or like just normal in our culture where it's like, I'll kill for you and just you're like two halves of a whole, all of that. You know what I mean? Like it's very
yeah.
intense, it's very all consuming. What do you think about that?
Damn, no, I just want a regular one, bro. Like, leave me alone. That's scary as fuck. If so I have to deal with the stress about thinking that you're gonna go kill somebody for me, that's wild. Okay.
It's like not as far as you, but you've watched you, right?
No, I haven't watched it, but I know the story.
Yeah, not as far as that, but maybe something closer to what is shown in Bollywood, where it's like this person would like, yeah, would just like go to great lengths for you.
Lengths, exactly. I know, I get what you mean. That's the thing though, like the idea of it feels nice that somebody's so in love with you that that's the extent they would go for you.
Right.
But in reality, that's crazy. Bro, like, have you ever been in a situation, maybe in like high school or something, where a guy is willing to like go punch somebody
Yeah.
or like create a scene, you know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's like to me, that's fully anxiety, like, you know, stress evoking type of situation. That's so childish to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So as an adult, I would never want that in my like relationship. Why the fuck is this person now fighting a third guy who tried to hit on me? Crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and I said the same thing. I'm like, I think it's maybe older daughter syndrome or whatnot, but it's the fact that you've just had to, you know, be so mentally and like emotionally and like generally responsible in life, that you want someone who brings you peace. Like you don't want
Exactly.
someone who feels more, makes your life feel more chaotic in any capacity. Like I just want to feel
100%.
calm around you, bro, and that's all I need.
100%. And I fully agree. Also, that's crazy. Like, I would be so offended by the fact that you're upset that I'm such a catch.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's very attractive when guys are like willing to show off their girls, you know, because that's another thing that's very propagated in or like maybe not Indian cinema, but just our culture in general of like, you know, controlling what your girl wears when she goes out, or you know, you have to like look and behave a certain way and stuff because you're in a relationship.
Yeah,
Bro, I have mad respect for guys who don't give a fuck about that. like
fully.
like never, in fact, like yeah, I've definitely had like people where they're just like, bro, like you look amazing in that, like wear it even if it's something like super short, like whatnot. Like I love that
Exactly.
energy. Like I never want to feel like protected in that way by you.
Facts. Moving on to the actual question. So, who is somebody you wouldn't want to be with?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wouldn't want to be with, I said no, Kabir Singh.
Oh, yeah, Kabir
What
Singh.
about
Kabir
you?
Singh. Yeah, 100% facts, bro. Kabir can suck my ass.
Yeah, can't be me, bro.
Bro, I'll tell you who's another character. That animal fucker.
What animal fucker?
Oh my god, you've not seen Animal?
No,
Dude,
I don't watch a lot of movies.
I don't have words for you. Oh my god. I'm glad you haven't watched that movie because that would have rewired your brain. It
Oh,
was so insanely toxic. So the movie is Ranbir Kapoor and it's pretty new. It was
okay.
like I think last year or something
Oh,
and it
okay.
was huge. I'm surprised you didn't watch it.
I was in the US
Um
being a white girl.
but it was a really big movie, okay? And when it came out, it got a lot of like mixed views because a lot of people saw it like me, where they're like just taken aback by the
Bye.
toxicity. But sidebar, and a lot of people saw it for its like cinematic excellence. Okay, so people appreciate it. But personally, I just feel like again it was a lot of big Bollywood shit, right?
Mm,
Long story short, the storyline is about this guy who has this whole father figure inferiority complex
okay.
because he wants to impress his dad.
Okay.
And his dad is this huge businessman and he was very successful in his life, but his dad was not present for him growing up.
Understood.
But in that, what do I say, like in that whole struggle of this, father figure bond that he has, he ends up becoming a psychotic motherfucker.
Mm,
And basically, what he does is he ends up marrying this random babes from like his friend's sister. He ends up cheating on this babe,
okay.
and she's like the mother of his kids. Yeah. And he goes like, the reason I cheated on you was because I wanted to remind myself that you're the perfect woman or some shit like this. And I can't, bro. The movie is insane. Like I can't even explain to you how fuck all this movie is. So yeah, that character is a big cancel for me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nasty. Can't be me,
dibs
bro.
out.
Yeah. Even this very like standard guy that they portray, that's just, you know, like Chedna, like they'll just like keep
Yeah,
like annoying you slash flirting with you and being almost creepy stalker vibes, where it's like
yeah,
following you home and annoying you, and like that slowly grows into love. I'm like, ew, bro, could never be me.
exactly. 100%. Can I say one side story?
Tell.
So this was last year when I went for my friend's wedding, okay,
Okay.
in Kerala. And basically she had a bunch of these like in Malayalam we say
Yeah, yeah,
chenda
yeah.
artists. So they came to like perform for the wedding or whatever. You know how I am, like I just be friendly with everybody, right? And I was like complimenting whoever like performed really well and shit. Now cut to, we go into the dining hall or whatever and we're having lunch, right? So it's just us, like the friend circle, and like these artists and photographers and stuff like this, right? And to these two guys who we actually spoke to, bro, I think they just got taken aback by the fact that a like girl came and complimented them,
Okay.
and they just like village men basically.
Uh-huh.
Bro, the whole time of lunch, they just wouldn't stop staring at me. They just kept giving me
I
glances,
believe you,
bro.
bro. I
And
believe you fully.
it was so like it initially I just found it funny because I'm like, "Pfft, you really think that this is gonna work?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?" And then it got to the point where it got creepy because they just every time I looked that side, they were just staring at me.
Oh,
And if they caught me glancing, they would just give me like this weird smile.
you.
They both ended up requesting me on Instagram. Here,
Yeah.
this is the kind of flirting you think is flirting, and it's like working on me. Like I'm getting shy when I look away, but I'm actually just scared.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
That's what
shy
I'm
right now. Like
saying.
you're
In
stressing
real
me out.
life, like Bollywood love is really, really creepy. Okay, so do you have any Bollywood type moment that's happened in your life? Like anything that you can remember
Um,
that's like it felt like
it
a
feels
scene from a
Bollywood.
Bollywood movie?
Maybe this, bro. The story that I said about the guy staring at me across the dining hall. But it was scary. It didn't in any way feel good, bro. It was fucking creepy. Okay, so tell me, like, do you have any like Bollywood type moment in your life?
There was something that happened recently, like earlier this year. So I don't know if you know this artist called Dua Saleh. I don't know if I'm saying it right either. Um, but they're so cool. Like their music is so vibey. It's almost like early Dawn Tolliver
Mm.
collabed with, Amare. Like
Yeah,
her like
of course,
sound is
yeah.
so different, right?
Yeah,
Um,
she's so hot.
yeah, so Dua Saleh's music is really like that. So I was at their concert. It was like such a small venue. It was so intimate, so cool. And I think it happened to be Valentine's Day at the time. So I was there with two of my guys. Randomly, they're like, "Oh, I have this one song that's actually a love song. So I'm gonna pick someone from the audience because I want to do something with them." And they randomly just point at me, and bro, it was such a crazy moment. Everything that went on from that, like I got on stage, they gave me a role. I like sat
Crazy.
down on this bar stool while they fully serenaded me, bro. The way,
That's so
no,
cute.
the way they looked into my eyes, I was like, and I was there with,
In love
bro, I
already.
was there with my boyfriend at the time, like my ex. I was like, who? It was insane. Like they sang a whole song while staring into my soul. I was like, stop it right now.
Wow, that's
It's
amazing.
crazy, yeah.
That's such a surreal experience.
It really was. It was like unreleased music, and everyone was so
Yeah,
cute, like
crazy.
cheering and shit. Yeah, I felt like, damn, this is like a proper Bollywood moment.
Yeah, 100%. That's a Bollywood moment, bro.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Cute as fuck.
Cute, bro. Cute, cute, cute. One time, also for I think V Day, this was back in like uni,
Yeah.
somebody left a random anonymous note on my car. And I'm like, what the fuck? Never in my life
Mm.
did I think that I would be some babe to receive that. But it made me feel real good. And I was like, oh,
That's so cute. First of all,
could have just been the wrong car.
what's so rude about this is that I have been such a great Valentine for Shweg over the years, but this is what she remembers.
No, she really was like, because I was always single in it. And babes would always make sure she got me roses. She got me like gifts. Ah, she was such a great
But
boyfriend.
no, anonymous guy leaving something on your car made the cut.
I mean, you were just there, you get me.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
no, wait, that's wait,
You
wait,
were
wait.
just
Let
there.
me rephrase that.
You were anyway
No,
gonna do this.
let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. You were my boyfriend anyway, like, you get me.
She's so toxic. She's so fucking toxic.
Wait, how do I say this
You were
right?
my boyfriend anyway, so I could
No,
upgrade on the
like,
side.
no, what I mean is maybe I slightly expected the rose from you.
which is so
Like,
chill.
if you didn't get me the rose, I'd get pissed.
So fucking annoying.
No, but for real though, she was such a great like boyfriend, bro. Like she never made me feel alone, bro. And the funniest thing is, I was actually the third wheel in her relationship at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure
Ah,
he
great
thought he
times.
was the third wheel too, because I'm
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
cute
there was no
stuff, bro.
competition there.
I remember
It
this
was so fun.
once, when I was at Round Square conference from IHS. This was like early, early, okay. Um, this one guy, he like started talking to me from the school that we were housed at for the conference. And he was just like flirting and stuff, and he was cute. So I was like talking to him. And then, bro, I remember the Round Square conference was like a week, right? So we came back in like just a few days. And bro, he sent me a song that he wrote for me. I was like,
Damn, lover boy.
crazy. That felt like okay. See, it was also a bit creepy because I don't know you that well, and so it was really cute the first time I listened to it. But as soon as I tried listening to it the second time, I was like, "Nah, brother, we don't know each other like that."
Also, I just feel like as kids, you just get impressed by like stupid things,
No,
yeah.
okay, come on. Like
Like,
this shit is impressive at any age. Like if someone
no, this is impressive, but what I mean is like the wrong type of gesture might make you feel like, oh, it's the right
exactly,
thing to do.
exactly. You have to have developed feelings for someone as well.
Exactly. Like, okay, I remember this was again grown ass age of like 11th grade, okay. But I was just relationship wise a fucking fetus in it.
Yeah.
And so I remember this was when in our school, girls would go to school in the mornings and guys would go to school in the afternoon and occupy our classrooms after
Right,
left,
right.
right? So what a lot of people what they would do is when they like made like like doodles on the table or like wrote on the desks and stuff, these guys would come back in the afternoon and like actually like write on top of
Pretty
them or
much.
like write like notes and stuff. So it became a thing where like people would basically text through desks, and it was always anonymous because we didn't know who the fuck we were like talking to, and our seats kept changing, so it was always like when we came back to the same desk is when we spoke again and stuff like this. um so I remember there was this random guy that I used to talk to on one of the desks in 11th grade, and we were genuinely friends. Like I genuinely liked him, like he was such a fun
Do you
guy
know
to
who it
talk to.
was? Like, you don't have to name him, but
Yeah, later on I found out who he is, but the thing was we never actually became friends in real life.
so it just ended at the desks. That's
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah, I think like eventually even he got to know who I was because we had other actual friends in the class.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, Ritesh was there and stuff like that. So like we knew who was sitting at our desks and shit,
Right,
and we
right,
found
right.
out who we were talking to. But him and I never actually got connected in real life. We never actually met, like our circles never crossed. So I never actually got to know him in person. But it was fun while it lasted on the desks.
That's cute, bro, honestly.
Yeah.
I like that.
And he's the one who gave me my nickname Schweg.
Not this.
Do you not remember the do you not remember the origin story?
No, I just thought we started calling you Shrek because you look like an egg.
No, he gave me the name Schweg and just added up because also like egg vibes.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I don't know if you remember, there was this brief moment in like high school where instead of swag, people used to say swag.
Oh yes, yes.
They used to type like SWEG instead of swag, which is again
So
so lame. My
cringe.
goodness, facts. Ew.
Yeah,
I'd again like to be the person to point out.
yeah, and same.
I never, okay. But people used to text that. And so Subs was my desk partner, okay? And one time she was trying to like call me out or something. And instead of like speaking out loud in class on my desk, she just wrote like Shwe. Like instead of Shweta, she just wrote
Yeah,
SHWE.
yeah, yeah.
And the next day I come back to class and this guy has added the G at the end.
Wait, that's so cute.
And I just thought that was so funny because I was like, get it, like swag, but like swag. And then that's how the whole thing started, I just found that so funny. And then I told this story to everybody in class at the time, and then everyone was like, yeah, Schweg. I think even the egg part of it was part of the story, because I was like, oh, even adds up because I kind of look like an egg, you get me? And then yeah,
That's a
and
cute
ever
ass
since,
story, bro.
bro, and imagine, like, when we got to uni, there were other people from school who used to call me Schweg, who joined my same university. So then in uni as well, people started calling me Schweg. It became Schwegu. My God,
Yeah.
that name. It's even reached Germany all the
How it's
way.
evolved, bro. Because sometimes I say Shweta and like,
Ew!
I know you from when, bro. Like it's not weird if I say Shweta, right? Like if I'm talking about
It's
you.
hella weird.
Because not everyone knows you as Shweg, bro. Like if I'm
Yeah,
so
fairs,
I'll say
fairs.
Shweta, to give context. But yeah, it always sounds so like weird.
Ew! It even sounded so weird coming from your mouth right now.
What?
Even though that's my name.
Yeah. I feel you, yeah.
Another thing that I do is just so dumb, not related to our episode at all. I always say my name is Shweta. Yeah. And when I speak to people on the phone and stuff, like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, my name is Shweta. And they're like, what? And I'm like, my name is Shweta. I have to really enunciate it, bro. And I've always grown up saying my name is Shweta, bro.
I mean, Shweta sounds better than Shweta.
Exactly. Nobody gets me.
No one wants to get you.
Whatever. So, shall we answer the big question once and for all?
Yeah, bro, tell us. What do you think? Does Bollywood love exist?
Hmm. The problem is, I think it does exist, because there are certain people around us that think that that's the real meaning of love.
I fully agree. That
Um,
is the problem. It does exist.
exactly. And I think that's the problem.
Correct.
I think you should just watch it as a movie and end it at that.
Real. Real love is like
Yeah,
real life love is just so much better.
facts. And I think it's so
It's
different.
so different. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you have it, you guys. Come back next week. Hopefully, we'll put out an episode. We're gonna try to be consistent now. Like, we're struggling, but we're gonna
Yeah.
try.
We'll try. My stomach's already paining, bro. The food poisoning is kicking back in.
Yeah, real. I'm still hungover, so I'm actually still nauseous. I can't tell if I'm still a little drunk from last night because
Oh, wow.
I slept at 6 a.m., bro. Like,
Oh my goodness
I'm
me.
dying. Yeah. But that's
Okay,
every
go
week.
take your nap,
So
bro.
you work
Yeah,
hard and you play harder. That's how it is.
facts. Alright, so that's us signing out, bitches. Bye. See you next time.
Bye, friends.
Like, share, subscribe, and all of
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir. Bye.